Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance is in Erie today with a message to voters. Our Philip Ward is live outside of Hardinger Transportation, where Vance gave his speech today. Good evening, Philip.
Hey, good evening, Mike. Yeah, Senator J.D. Vance from the state of Ohio was here. He gave a speech for about 25 minutes, and then he took a couple questions from the media. He really hit hard Vice President Kamala Harris and, of course, Governor Tim Walz, and says that when it comes to energy and when it comes to the economy, that they are not the right choices for the entirety of the United States of America. And he also honed in on how important it is to win Erie County, because remember, if you don't win Pennsylvania, it's kind of tough to win the presidency, and if you don't win Erie County, it is certainly tough to win Pennsylvania. So after he gave his remarks, I asked him about that. I said, how important is it for you to be here in Erie County? How can you relate to our voters locally?
This is a beautiful place, but it has been left behind by a lot of stupid policies from people like Kamala Harris. And let's be honest, it's not just Kamala Harris. There was a consensus in this country for 30 years that we didn't need to make our own stuff. And so now everything from a lot of the steel that we rely on to the drugs that we put in the bodies of our children, from ibuprofen to antibiotics, it's made by our adversaries instead of made by American workers. Wasn't that stupid?
And Mike, it wasn't any surprise that he chose Hardinger as his backdrop here when it comes to trucking and manufacturing. That means a lot to voters in Wisconsin, in his state, his home state of Ohio, and of course to us here in Pennsylvania. So certainly he wants to get that message across as we inch ever closer to November. All right, Mike, we're going to have a lot more coming up here from Hardinger. We talked to some supporters earlier today. We talked to some supporters after who were certainly very fired up. So like I said, Mike, a lot more to come from us. All right, live outside of Hardinger, Philip Ward, Erie News Now.